Hey, good evening, everybody. How y'all doing? This your boy Rob Thomas Jr. This is the real news behind the news. Oh yeah, today is Friday, January 17th, 2020. And briefly, I want to show y'all 3 lies that your government has told you just in the last 3 weeks. Well, really, it's more than that. I'm gonna just go down the line. My battery about to die, and I ain't gonna be able to do this video for too long. But the first lie goes back to when Donald Trump ordered that strike. Well, now let's go back a little bit further. A couple of weeks ago, you had what's called the Afghan papers released, where they literally had to come out and admit, and this came from, I think, the Washington Post put it out. So that's a mainstream media-ish, excuse me, that's a mainstream media source. But even the mainstream media came out and told you that we've been lied to for the last 20 years. Because 3/4 of the generals over there in Afghanistan say they didn't know what the hell they was doing. They didn't have enough support. And the mission over there was basically, excuse my language, a clusterfuck. Yeah, basically what happens is, again, after 9/11, even though 17 of the 19 hijackers were from Saudi Arabia, they went into Afghanistan because they needed that pipeline to go through for the oil, but most importantly, they wanted to get the opium. This is why you have what's called the opioid crisis right now, because the last 20 years, the United States has been over there in Afghanistan raping and robbing them people for their opium and trying to get a pipeline for some oil to go through there. That's the first lie. Now, another lie just came a couple of weeks ago when Trump ordered that strike and assassinated the general from Iran. Now, Trump came out and said they had credible evidence that this man was planning on terrorist attacks against 4 U.S. embassies. But a couple of days after that, the Secretary of Defense comes out and say, no, not really. We just thought that he might be doing it. So that's the lie number 2. Again, let's go to another lie. Jeffrey Epstein, we talked about that yesterday on the video, how they're lying to us, telling us that this CIA agent and agent of the Mossad, jump, child, come on girl. The CIA agent and agent of the Mossad, man, you need to figure that out, cuz. For real, figure that out. It ain't that hard. Come on. Yeah, sorry about that. Got my son with me and the dog. But yeah, that's another lie. Now, we come back after Donald Trump ordered that illegal airstrike assassinating that general. Iran retaliated. And in that retaliation, we were originally told that when they struck that United States Air Force base over there in Iraq, no soldier, United States soldier, was injured. Come to find out now, there's up to 11 soldiers who were under the attack when the Iranians responded, who are now being treated for possible head traumas. I said all that to say this. Ain't y'all glad you got the real news behind the news? So we can come back and expose these lies. The reason why it's so important for us to expose these lies is so that they can't lie to us no more and trick us into sending our children into these illegal wars of conquest that they got going on. The reason why it's important for us to know what they're lying about is because they lie us into allowing them to implement laws and policies that further and further restrict our personal freedoms. Man, they over there in the Middle East talking about they trying to bring democracy to these countries that they literally overthrowing for their gold, silver, and oil. But they, you know what I'm saying? You don't even have a democracy here in America. Pay attention. Everywhere you go, there's a camera on every corner. They're spying on you. They're listening to your phone call. They're looking at your text messages, your emails. You got to pay attention. It's important for us to understand that your government lies to us. Go back and look at Robert Kennedy's speech where he talked about, John F. Kennedy, sorry, not Robert Kennedy, but John F. Kennedy, when he told you, you have an obligation as an American citizen to question the media. Because if the media was able to get controlled by 2 or 3 people, if all your media, everything that you see or hear is only controlled by 3 people, then guess what? Those 3 people can control everything that you think. They can control the way that you think. And that's what our mainstream media here in America is all about right now. They're not about informing you. They're all about, hey, y'all give me a moment. I got to answer this phone call. I'll come back with part 2 of this video later.